Hey expats! So today is day one in Australia. We are in Cairns. We arrived this morning and just kind of hit the ground running. We checked into the Pullman Cairns International. Very good check-in experience, and it's a nice hotel.
Yeah, it's raining right now, guys, so we're not going to show you what it looks like outside, but hopefully in the next couple of days we'll be able to get some shots from our balcony, and that we'll be able to show you all what we can see. To get you guys caught up to speed, let's talk about how we got here. So we left Singapore around 1, or we were scheduled to leave around 1. There were some flight delays because somebody didn't show up for the flight.
So but their bags did.
Yeah, so they had to get their bags off the plane, so that was a good 45-minute delay or so. We flew Silk Air from Singapore straight into Cairns, and then we got a taxi. We were in between getting a taxi or an Uber, and we just decided to go ahead and get a taxi, and I think it was around the same price really, because there was a price range whenever we pulled up the Uber app, and it said it was going to be between 24 Aussie dollars and 29 Aussie dollars, and then the taxi ended up being 26.
Right, and it was actually a really easy process. I took a screenshot before we left the pickup spot for Uber, but then we got out there were taxi signs, there weren't many people, and so it was pretty easy and quick to get through immigration and pick up a taxi.
Yeah, it was super chill actually. I was surprised.
So was I.
I mean, I think we've only ever flown through Perth and through Sydney, and both of those airports are a bit busier. Definitely Sydney's airport is busier.
Right, so it was a good experience through their airport. They were really nice, and it was easy and efficient.
So like Kaylee said, we checked into the Pullman Cairns International, and it was really nice. Andre, the assistant manager, was super friendly, hospitable. We got an upgrade here, so the room's really good. The hotel is a good hotel. The decor is, I don't know how to describe it.
A little dated, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's got this historical thing going on, and yeah, the room's maybe slightly dated, but
it's well maintained though.
Super well maintained,
it's not
clean.
like broken down type of dated. It's just the decor is dated, but they've done a really good job of maintaining it and making sure that it looks presentable and clean.
Yeah, so since getting here, we wanted to kind of get our legs moving again after being on a 7-hour flight. And we started walking around town. I was a bit hungry. Kaylee had eaten on the plane. I didn't eat the plane food, which was a first.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, we just started walking around and ended up finding a waffle place called Waffle On. And we got our waffle on, or I got my waffle on.
I had a bite.
Yeah, so I got this deal called the Fresh Start. And it was a waffle with fresh yogurt, muesli, fresh berries, and it was really good.
Yeah, so we just walked around a little bit. Cairns is very small and it's very walkable, which is nice. It has a very beachy, chill vibe. I think a lot of people come here obviously to go out to the Great Barrier Reef and to do those different tours. So just very comfortable walking around, exploring, things like that.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the Arsenal match a little later, so we're going to go check out this place called PJ O'Brien's, I think. An Irish pub. I'm not exactly sure of the name because we haven't been, but yeah, we're gonna go check out that place to see the Arsenal match.
And then what I'm looking forward to is tomorrow is our first day out on the Great Barrier Reef.
Woo!
We are taking a tour to Upolu Reef. There are so many options available for different reefs or islands to go to, so it's hard to kind of sift through that. But I found a really good website that broke down, obviously it's not exhaustive, but it broke down a lot of the different reefs in the area and gave the pros, the cons, how much you can expect to pay, things like that. So we chose a day trip to Upolu Reef, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it, and we also got to check out kind of around the water area today. We went by Esplanade, and there's this big swimming pool called the Lagoon, and that was pretty neat. We got some shots around there.
Yeah, this is all down in Marlin Marina, where all the boats take off. It's a nice little area just to hang out. They've got outdoor grills for you to use, playgrounds. The lagoon is a swimming pool. So lots of cool stuff over there by the water.
And just by where we're staying, about a couple-minute walk towards the water, is a brewery, microbrewery called Hemingway's Brewery. we'll go in there, get some shots in there.
Yeah, show you what that looks like. And then obviously it's not just the reef here. They also have mountains, I guess, and you can go into the rainforest and waterfalls that are nearby, things like that. So even though the town or the city of Cairns is kind of small and compact, there's a lot to do in the town, but then a lot to do nature-wise on the outskirts of the town. So it's a pretty cool area to visit.
This is day 2 in Cairns. We're sitting outside of the Pullman Cairns International Hotel, sitting out on our balcony. If you guys can't hear, there's a bunch of squeaking going on behind us. Hopefully the mic isn't picking it up too much, but it's bats.
Yeah, it's really weird. There are bats everywhere, especially in this one area. There's just a bunch of trees, and I thought bats were nocturnal, but they are awake during the day here.
Yeah, they're very playful, fighting each other.
And they're loud.
Alright guys, so we just wrapped up a day trip.
Yep, it was our first time to the Great Barrier Reef.
Woo!
Woohoo! So we booked a tour through Reef Day Tripper, and I would highly recommend them. What about you?
Yeah, for sure. Great crew, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a smaller boat, which is nice because a lot of boats go out, of course. So this was a smaller boat, takes a max of 20 people, but the good thing for us is today there were only 9 on there.
Yep, and only one person got sick.
Yeah.
Well, one person's day got ruined. 2 people got sick.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. It wasn't even very choppy today, but if you have problems with that and you want to do the Great Barrier Reef, you might want to consider taking medicine before.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, so we went out to Upolu Reef today. It took several hours to get out there. So it was really nice though, the outer part, and not many people, not many other boats actually.
No.
We went to 2 different locations, and wow, I can't even explain. I mean, we've got video, but it just doesn't do it justice. Like the colors, the wildlife, the variety. Like there are so many different types of fish that you see.
Yeah, hopefully the videos do it justice. We're going to put some of that B-roll into here. We haven't even had a chance to review it back. We just showered and wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about what we did.
Yeah, so one thing that's a bit of a bummer is I saw a sea turtle, but he had the camera and we didn't get any footage of it. But it was amazing. And this guy was like so lovable. Like he wasn't afraid of people or anything. A couple of us spotted him. We just kind of started following and just watching him. He was eating jellyfish. He was coming up for air. It was amazing, but unfortunately we didn't get that on camera.
Yeah, sorry. So the cadence of the day trip went something like we had to get up at 6:45. Be out of the hotel by about 7:15, 7:30, and head to the dock. So we headed to the dock, we found the boat, and we were on the boat, and we actually pushed off before the time that we were supposed to push off because we were the last 2 to get there. So we pushed off, and we arrived at the first dive spot around 12 or so. We had about 45 minutes, 50 minutes to dive there. We hopped back in the boat, went to the second dive spot, and we had some lunch.
Yep. We ate a little bit of lunch, which was provided, so that's nice. And then we were able to get back in the water in a different area.
And then getting to swim around this area, we had about an hour and a half. And then after that, packed up and headed back.
So it doesn't seem like you're in the water too much, but you actually are. So 2 hours or so is a lot of time to see a lot of different things. So it's definitely worth it, even going all the way out there. And then a couple things to keep in mind is when you're on the boat, there are additional things that you can buy. We bought stinger suits because it's just now stinger season. It was just recommended that it would at least help you a little bit with the sun. So it was only an extra $6 a person. And it's included if you are diving. We just snorkeled. You're so close, like even when you snorkel, obviously you can hold your breath and go down and get really close to everything. I guess some of the divers were saying it's just a different perspective. But snorkeling was amazing. I would definitely do that again. I'm not much of a scuba diver, not really my thing, but snorkeling was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun, but I would imagine some of our friends that are divers would absolutely love this experience.
Yeah.
But $150 a pop, Aussie dollar or SGD, what's that, about 110, 115 USD right now. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, for the whole day, and
Good
lunch is provided. There's coffee and tea in the morning, glass of wine on the way back, cheese, fruit for on the way back. So you get a lot of food and the experience. So I think it's worth it.
Worth it. Worth it! The crew actually, they're all expats. There are 4 people that run the crew on any given day. There were actually 3 that were on ours today, and then 1 was on his day off, but he came anyways, which is hilarious. So the skipper is a guy from Belgium. Then the lead scuba instructor, or at least it appeared that way, was a guy from the US. Another scuba instructor was a female from Finland. And then this French guy was tagging along. He was great crack. But he was on his day off, and he just loves his job and loves diving so much, he came out.
Right, so after speaking with them, and then even another guy who was from the U.S. who's just here, came to Australia, found a job. We spoke with him and the crew, and it's pretty crazy the job possibilities that are available for expats here. So we're hoping to get a couple interviews for you so that you can see the big variety that there is.
Yeah, you don't just have to come over here and pick fruit.
That is an option if you want to.
It is an option. That's true. It's an option. But I think a lot of people think that's the only option, that there are these visas that are for fruit pickers or, for harvesting whatever crop is happening. But that's not true. I mean, these guys are doing other things. And, yeah.
Yeah, things like diving or baristas. Yeah, things like that. So lots of options. So we want to get that out to you in case you're considering Australia.
Consider Australia.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up day 2 here in Cairns, and we are headed off tomorrow to Townsville. We're going to rent a car tomorrow morning and head to Townsville, and hopefully it is not as run down, depressing as we were told.
We'll see.
We were told by some Aussies that there's not much happening in Townsville, but we're going to find out tomorrow.
And we'll let you know.
All right. Day 3, we are leaving Cairns, headed to Townsville. A little bit bumpy right now, but I'm going to try to keep us stabilized. So we are off to Townsville. It's going to take us about 4.5 hours. We've just picked up the car from Avis and checked out of the hotel at the Pullman Cairns International and on our way to the Mercure in Townsville. So like I said, it'll take us 4.5 hours. With this rain, I'm guessing it's going to take us closer to 4.5 hours. There's not too much traffic, but the rain is going to slow us down. Yeah, checkout process for the rental car at Avis was pretty quick and easy. We went ahead and got the full insurance just in case we hit something.
Driving on the other side of the road, woohoo!
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, and yeah, we'll be checking back in with you guys when we get to the Mercure in Townsville.
Hey expats, so we just made it to Townsville. We drove from Cairns. It was a bit of a rough drive, lots of rain and in pockets, some really heavy rain. Pretty nice sights to see, waterfalls and mountains along the way, so it was nice, especially when it wasn't raining, but it's raining a lot right now, so kind of getting flooded and things like that, but the drive was pretty easy.
Yeah, we heard that the roads do flood on the way from Cairns down to Townsville, and you can definitely see why. Just the way it's constructed, and yeah, it'd probably be too expensive to fix with drainage.
Yeah, but the drive was easy, and there really wasn't too much traffic. Christmas Eve, so people are probably already where they want to be. So it was an easy drive, and so now we're here in Townsville, and we've explored a little bit. Again, Christmas Eve, so
yeah, Christmas Eve in Townsville, no one's really out. I guess the one benefit is that you don't have to pay for public parking because it's a holiday. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to do because a lot of the places are shut down. There's a couple restaurants open downtown. We decided to stop off at the Townsville Brewery, and
it was kind of dead. I guess to be expected, but
yeah, there was one group that was maybe a party of 5 or 6 that was in there, and then another pair of people that were just getting ready to leave. The 2 bartenders, one was a bit disgruntled to be working on Christmas Eve. Fair enough, but just don't portray that to us. We're fine.
Yeah. But it was nice to walk around. The weather's been great. No rain here, so it was good temperature. Just walk around, see the water a little bit, the downtown area, Flinders Street. You can read different plaques and stuff they have about what it used to look like and things like that. So it's really well done. It's just a little sleepy right now.
Yeah, I actually hope to take that walk tomorrow on Christmas because there's not going to be really much to do. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to do is going to be outside. We're not going to be able to visit any of the museums or anything because everything's closed. So it would be nice to do that walk and just kind of stretch our legs and enjoy Christmas.
Right, and I think tomorrow will just be spent, again, doing outdoorsy things. There's parks along the water, little areas to swim, Castle Hill, which we can drive up. You can either drive or hike up it, and it's supposed to be a great view. So that's the plan for tomorrow, just kind of spend the day outdoors.
Keep things on a budget.
I guess. I mean, it's really our only option, but it's nice that they have these things available.
For sure.
So just a really chill Christmas for us.
Merry Christmas! It is day 4 of our Aussie road trip. We are here for our second day in Townsville, and we just walked around the city a bit.
So it's a little sleepy, especially down in the city center, but there's a lot more going on over by the Strand, which is like the beachy type area.
Yeah.
So actually surprised about that, because yesterday we were just in the city and there wasn't much going on. Lots more going on over by the beach area, which is nice. Restaurants are open, people are out in the water, things like that.
Yeah, definitely a lot more going on. You know, you can see in the shop windows, it'll say trade hours, which I guess for us in North America would be operating hours. Anyways, we could see that a lot of places downtown were closed. However, at the Strand, yeah, it was open, it was lively. Seems like there was a bit of tourism going on, and then also you could see that there were people that are local, the people that are living near the water, were out with their families, having big meals. It was really cool.
Yeah, and you can get in the water in certain areas. They've got the stinger section off, like the stinger nets, because it's stinger season. So there are a couple little areas that you can go ahead and swim in there with a lifeguard. So if you want to go swimming, you can. People were laying out on the beach, having barbecues, playing volleyball, working out. There was actually a lot going on, so it's pretty cool to see. And it was the temperature's really nice right now. It's overcast. Just walking around.
After we were at the Strand for about 2 hours, we decided to drive up to Castle Hill.
Okay, so we are up on Castle Hill. We drove up here, but several options. You can drive, and there's a small parking lot at the top, or you can hike it. We've seen people hiking as well.
Yeah, it's super windy up here, so hopefully the audio sounds good, but take a look at that picture right there.
It's beautiful.
So nice. It's definitely worth a trip up here. Short drive from the town, really anywhere you are in town, it's a pretty short drive. So check it out, Castle Hill.
Yeah, Castle Hill is pretty cool. I mean, it gives you a great view of the city, all different sides. The beach area, the city area, it was really pretty.
Super nice. I don't think you need to spend a ton of time up there, but it's really nice to get a full 360 of the whole city of Townsville.
And if you drive up there, I was just in my flip-flops and it was comfortable walking around. Now, I walk around in flip-flops a lot, so if you're used to walking like that, then it's very easy. Most of the steps are like man-made steps. There's not many rocks that you have to really step on, but you can just walk around leisurely in flip-flops if you're used to that. So it's a pretty easy walk, assuming that you have driven up. If you're going to hike up, then obviously you want better shoes.
After checking out the lookout, we headed downtown to see if downtown was more lively. No, it wasn't.
Compared to yesterday. No.
We got some camera shots. I didn't take any video down there because really there was no movement whatsoever. So we'll show you some of those photos of what we saw downtown. Really cool buildings. There were some that have not been restored, but a lot of them have been restored. And there are plaques on the buildings showing what they were back in the day, maybe 100 years ago or so.
Yeah, that's on Flinders Street. So it's a nice little stroll to see the restoration that's gone on. But, yep, nothing's really open. Actually, less open today than yesterday, which I guess is probably normal. Christmas Day as opposed to Christmas Eve. But it's still a really pretty stroll. Comfortable.
It's 6 p.m. We are going to go find out if the gym is open. We're going to hit the gym and then scrounge up some food. But that's all for day 4. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Bye.